Charles Booker over here.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's one good thing about
Let's
Kentucky.
get him
You know, we lock. Everybody
here.
know like he from the hood anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be like, man, come on. I know we know the same dudes from the hood. He's from the hood. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I
So we
believe
in
I
Kentucky,
know
we
his-
tight. We can get it
I
together.
think I know his campaign manager.
Right, we do this. We do
Yes,
this. We do
we're
this.
gonna see
But
if
you
we
know
can
what?
pick up Charles Booker.
Just to wrap it up, you know what I mean? And this was really a test run. You know, our future videos are going to be live so people can send in questions, people can comment, and so on and so forth. Because really, this is a thing that we all have to do together. You know what I mean? I watch other people's podcasts and so on and so forth. And to me personally, like I said, it's still a lot that people don't say. You know, for whatever reason, whether it's, you know, just, you know, being politically correct or socially correct or whatever they're trying to be. But I have my own opinion, and I feel like sometimes I see stuff that they don't give enough information. But how we'll wrap that up is we're going to give you the names of the Kentucky representatives, and we're going to give you a couple of numbers that you can call, and you can actually, you know, put pressure on these people who have to or are supposed to make moves for Kentuckians, and you know, try to get this change on the state level.
Yeah, not just here in Kentucky, but wherever you are. You know, if you want to make a difference, you have to, number one, go out and vote. And then also, once people are elected, like he said, you have to put pressure on them to actually vote the way you want them to vote. Because there are people in office who have been in office for years and their phone is not ringing. We're here in our homes and in our businesses, and we're having these conversations with each other, but never reaching out to the people who can actually make a difference. So, you know, their phones need to be ringing off the hook. Their emails need to just be banging and banging and banging so that they know how we feel and what we want. And so,
Nancy Pelosi, answer my email that I sent you about my unemployment. John Yarmouth, you need to answer my email.
And on top of that, like, we have to also let them know that the black vote in this country has become so important. Since the year 2006, more white people die every year than born. That's why Rand Paul was on the news telling white people to have babies. It's got to the point where they almost cannot win an election if black people band together and vote on anything. So when you're sending them these emails and you're leaving these messages, know that even if they don't care nothing about us, they care about their money.
That's true.
Andy,
You know what I'm saying? Their job.
I knocked on over 1,000 doors for you. Answer my email.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, and you know, that's what it is. It's like, but that's a prime example of what she's saying. They've been using us. You using us, you selling us something, and we ain't even benefiting from what you selling. And we supporting it. We going out here, we advertising, and we ain't even getting paid. You getting pimped, you getting worse than pimp. You getting human traffic, my nigga. You get some new stuff. No, nothing. You put 90 of them in a cart and ship them to America. Like you getting pimped for your vote. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, in my opinion, we could, just to show them that we will do it, we could boycott their presidential election. If everybody did their state elections, we could change way more, because really, just like the Roman system of government, they based all this on. That's why they used to tell Julius Caesar all the time, the mob is the power. The mob was the people.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
If we want to change anything at the top, really that system is not a bad system they designed. You have power. At the bottom, it actually trickles up, not down.
That's very true.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like we have to understand that we can change it on the state level, and you don't have to go vote for none of these presidents. That's my opinion. Like if they're not specifically talking about the black agenda, then we let them know black people ain't got nothing to do with it. Because we seen you put clowns like George Bush Jr. and Trump in there, and we made it.
Well,
So-
I just want to say one thing. I might be able to go with what you say after Donald Trump is out of office. There's no way, none, that I'm going to withhold my vote this time around because that undereducated human being I do not want to. Okay, fine.
Look
I'm
at all the
running
policy
for
changes he
president.
made, though.
I'm
Look at all the
pretty
black people we
sure.
let out of prison. He has done some good that they don't. And I'm not saying he, but what I'm trying to say is I'm a numbers man. You know that. So my whole thing is you look at the numbers. He did more for us than Barack Obama did.
Well, I tell you what, from the bottom up, I'll see.
He
if
helped
I-
homosexuals out a lot.
I will see if I can't change whatever so that you can start to vote. Then that way you can stand behind Donald Trump.
I ain't saying I was
hold
gonna
a
stand behind.
sign.
I don't have a dog in this
no,
fight. That's what you gotta understand.
Holding a sign, black man for Donald Trump.
I ain't holding nothing.
And I'm telling you,
I just told you I don't have a dog in this fight.
And I'm
but what I'm just trying to tell you, I'm just trying to tell you the numbers. This dog has won this many fights. This dog has won that many fights.
Then that away.
But this is my man, so I might rock with him. Even if his dog only won 2 fights. But I'm just letting you know, white boy's dog over here won 13 fights. So we can't X him out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, he was a horrible president.
You know
but he has done more. But the little bit he's done, we gotta be thankful for that. Niggas don't
You
get
know
nothing.
what? Let me tell you something. You say one more positive thing
I
that
ain't
you
saying
think
what's positive.
about Donald Trump, and I swear, cameraman, I want you to cut him out of this.
I would just
that's
like
not what I
to
was
say
saying.
that I think we're kind of getting a little bit off topic now, right?
Are we off topic?
It
Yes,
seems like all
our-
the same topic to me.
Our final message would be that everyone deserves to have their vote. So, not only do you deserve to have your vote, but you also, once you serve your debt to society, you deserve to have full rights back. Not just voting, but also when you go to apply for a job or to apply for credit, you should not have your past transgressions held against you. You paid your debt to society. So when we talk about ban the box, we're saying that on any application, there should not be a box that says, are you a convicted felon? The only way that you should have any inquiry about your past is if it is specific to that job. So I work with children. Had I in the past done something, some type of child abuse, then they should be able to ask that about me. Otherwise, don't ask me about my criminal history. The same thing, like you said, with identity theft. If I want to work in some type of financial services, then they should be able to ask me about identity theft. Otherwise, don't ask me about my past. And the only way we're going to change these things is by reaching out to our elected officials, statewide, national, just across the board. Now, of course, like we said earlier, we're here in Kentucky, so the website here is legislature.ky.gov, and then once you go to that legislature.ky.gov, then you would put in your specific address and you could find who your representatives are, you know, both for the House and the Senate, and you can reach out to them individually. And of course, on a national level, you can do the same thing, state by state. You know, we just need to speak up and to speak out, because whether you have the right to vote based on your criminal history or not, you always have the right to speak out, right? So you can speak to the elected officials, whether technically you can vote or not. And that's the only way we're going to make the change that we need.
That ain't the only way, but that's what we're trying to encourage the people to start with. You know what I mean? It's other ways, because, you know,
Like
I said,
protesting?
Yeah, like stuff like
we're
that.
not protesting.
You know. But I like to give a shout out, you know, since we're wrapping it up. This is our first time sitting or whatever. I would like to give a shout out to all the protesters, all the people on the front line, all the people in Louisville, Kentucky who stood up. You made me proud, you know what I mean, to be a Kentuckian, a person from Louisville. Like, you know, we've been going through this police brutality, but to see people stand up for Breonna Taylor, and just even before really they started necessarily just screaming Breonna Taylor, we were caring about black people in other states like George Floyd and so on and so forth, because this is unified pain that we all feel. You know what I mean? So I just want to say that, you know, I support the cause. Let's support each other. Black men quit killing each other out there. I'm looking at the news every night, seeing something, be able to tell your brother, hey, you know what, I accept your apology, or I'm going to think for you because I know I kill you, nigga, so I'm going to walk away. Or whatever. You know, however you got to do it, but let's stop killing each other. We got somebody to fight. You know what I mean? You don't have to fight each other. We got plenty of people to fight if we want to fight somebody.
And I just want to add one last thing about that is that when we're doing this movement, that there are also a lot of sympathizers, particularly white sympathizers and people of other races besides African American that are standing up for us. And here in Louisville, we just had a murder of a person who was just out trying to document what's going on here. And so since the protest started, this is the third innocent life in our city alone that we've lost.
Shout out to them too, and the guy who got murdered yesterday, who she was talking about. Shout out to him and his family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, may Allah bless y'all and give you ease in your pain. You know, and have mercy on him, and you know, that's that. I'm ready to go smoke. So.